Hey everybody, and welcome back to From Guiseley to Greatness with me, GW365. You joined us last time. We drew our first game of the season, a pretty dire affair. Hope you guys are good. This is video number 20. Basically, as you can see here, our finances are on a decline. We're at 101k in the red, 105k in the red. That's something we need to address. I have got a couple of changes that I've had to make in terms of I've had to let a couple of players go. They were complaining about first team football. They were never really going to get a game. Elliot Scott just not looking anywhere near good enough as a left back with tackling 5, marking 6 and heading 2. Not a chance. And Jack Horan piped up. And where this guy did actually look pretty decent and had like a chance to become something decent, he wasn't going to get any game time at this early stage, and they're on non-contracts, so I'll just let them go. Basically, the result we have to tell you about. I did actually cock up here and somehow managed to win 2-1. I forgot to change the players. Basically, submitted a team too soon, and there were players that were knackered, such as Lewis Almond, however you want to pronounce it. He was very tired. Laurie was pretty tired. Wesley was exceptionally tired. I think he finished up on like 53%, which if you look at it over here, and he's at 52% with an injury, it indicates how tired they were. They end up playing all the game as well, them two. But some comical defending involved in here. I'll let you see the goals. Just let it load up. And let's just see what you think. So here was McGowan. This is the first goal. Rowlinson heads on. Laurie doesn't get there, but it's a poor clear by Selliers. And then Almond with a lovely pass to Laurie. Laurie then decided to Holdsworth, who in turn fell over and decided to roll around like a pig as happy as a pig in shit. Is basically what I was trying to say, rolling around. Then intercepted well by Love. Got a little bit of luck there to get the ball through to Holdsworth and not break his leg at the same time. And then he found Almonds. Yeah, he got it here. Just casually jogged inside. Shortest pass in the history of man. And Johnson fired it home with his bald head and slightly shaven bald head. And this is the equaliser. Now you watch this. What is McGowan doing there? He was about a good 10-15 yards behind the rest of the line, hence why these two weren't offside. Then I brought Rothery on, and 2 minutes later he does that. So I can't complain in the end, but I would have been going hell to leather on McGowan and having a right go at him. Maybe even throwing a little chin as well. Punch him in the chin. What are you doing? Look, you just cost us a goal and 2 points, but fortunately Rothery bailed him out, and he owes him a pint at the end of the game. So that was that. And then moving on, we have Barrow next. They are predicted first. As you can see, they're already, after 2 games, they're up the top of the league. We are in 6th, if you can see there. We're on 4 points. We're not doing too bad. We just need to make sure we don't get beat stupidly. That was using the new tactic, by the way. That was using this tactic. It works out quite a treat. I mean, in the scheme of things, if I click on this one again, as you can see, it was quite a tight affair. We were away from home, but yeah, that's basically what you can see there. It was quite an even game. Bishop Stortford, they were predicted 20th, so it's too much to think about at the minute. I'm trying to think who actually came up from last season. I think Bishop Stortford were one of them. Corby's definitely a team I don't remember playing last season, but they could have come down. Yeah, they came down. Oh no! Somehow Corby. No, we don't have no history on them, so I think they're a team that's come up. Anyway, match preview. Let's get into this game. Enough jibber jabber. There's no other news. People coming back from injury. Sean Mullen had to go on international duty for the last game, so I didn't have him. So let's have a look now. Let's focus on the tired players now. So we've got Dave Wesley and Billy Simpson, both relatively low. Lewis Almond as well as the two up top. So I think we're going to give Capitani a game. Then we're going to because Johnson is quite lethal in that poacher role. Sean Mullen could get a game, but it might be just from the bench. I'm not entirely sure there. Couple of young players just hanging around. Jack Turnbull, he could probably take the position of Westley. And then we've got Darcy O'Connor, who could probably take the position of Simpson for this game. This is what I mean. I could have rotated the team a bit more and had my strongest players available for this game. Holsworth should be alright. Actually, Love should be alright, which, by the way, he has a face as well. There he is, in all his glory. I'm reluctant to take Almond off, but I haven't really got any other options apart from Jordan Marriott, who, as you can see, is not the greatest. He's got a decent flair. Well, let's set it. We'll give him a game. Maybe not. Wow. James Lorry could probably do a job there. He's not the best. This is what I'm lacking at the minute. I'm lacking any left midfield cover, that is. We'll have to roll with that, but see what we can do. James Lorry can move over there at some point. So let's get on with the game. So because there isn't many match instructions in this one, it allows us, I think, then to be more effective for us to do this. That's saying to close down, tight mark all these guys always, right? Which is fine. So that's automatically done it. So this having them all saying, nice face by the way. Instead of us having like tight marking all the time, some players might not need tightly marking. It could be our downfall. So there's a lot more to come from you guys. Passionately, 2 people reacted, and then only Alex Johnson reacted, becoming extremely delighted by my constant faith in him. So here comes Love to get us under the way. Well, Johnson to get us under the way. Almond just casually falling onto the floor, saying, "Take me." There was Guy, formerly of Newcastle and I believe Doncaster. Decent ball in, it was poorly dealt with. Rollinson now can deliver the ball, and he does, and Johnson is there. Nice early goal against the team that came down last season, Barrow. And Alex Johnson showing those poacher instincts there. Great ball in from Rollinson here. Good little, not past the defender, and he just peeled away from his man. Who would probably Dave Livesey. I'm sure it's Dave. It could be Duncan, I suppose. Dan. Danny Livesey. Yeah, nearly got it. Livesey. Can't even say it. Holsworth now plays the ball out wide, but it's intercepted well by Walker. Now Richmond plays the ball forward to Guy, who just turns O'Connor, and Lynch with a save. I didn't think he was capable of doing anything like that. Good save, Lynch. Well done. There's mounds in the distance. Johnson now can come away after the corner is cleared and the highlight is ended. And Jack Turnbull is looking nervous, and so is Rollinson, which I'm a bit surprised because they play for a team higher up than us, far higher up. On with the ball. O'Connor is there, but he apparently is offside. He struck the bar anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. Lynch short to Andrew. That's one thing I'm leaving on to pass it to the fullbacks. Tatum squares it. Oh, it's a great through ball. Capitani can't score. He's offside now, surely. No, apparently not, but that's not the end of the highlight, and Johnson scores. Well, Capitani was going to be he's gone from 0 to hero there because he just missed the most glorious chance of all time. But fortunately, after the ball hitting Holsworth in the face, he's been able to get in a position to cross it in for Johnson just to nod home into an empty net. And had he missed that, then hell would have been to pay. So 30 minutes in, and we are currently 2-0 up against the team predicted to finish first, which is pretty good. Turnbull with the clearance. Livesey brings it down, but attempted tackle from Johnson, but it doesn't get there. Dawson now squares it to Hendry. Good tackle, Love. Dawson again forwards to Hendry. Holsworth can't get there. Guy peels off his man. He strikes the crossbar after getting away from Turnbull. Bit of a shaky start for the Leeds loanee. Allman with a free kick. Long forward ball in. There's a penalty there. I'm not entirely sure what for. I'll take it. Alex Johnson for his hat-trick. World's longest wait. Thank you. Boom! Straight down the middle of the goal. And to be fair, the whistle came as he stood there. And I thought he'd be stood waiting, and as soon as he blows a whistle, then he powers it in. But never mind, it doesn't matter. They're playing 4-5-1, so to say we're playing 4-4-2 and pretty much dominating this game is pretty damn sweet. I mean, that's the first time I think he didn't power it into the left-hand corner, which is a bit weird. Well, we're not dominating again, we are just taking our chances. They've had slightly more of the ball. Pilkington now with a free kick. Now it's shot to Brewitt. Now it's Dawson. Dawson is closed down well by Rollinson, who apparently fouls him when that was caught him with an elbow apparently. So this is going to be a red card. Indeed it is. Not entirely sure what happened there. I am furious. Can say that. So we are going to leave the poacher up front. We're going to drop Capitani to the right, who can't play there. So Capitani, unfortunately, you are going to be the casualty that makes way. Because Johnson, in fact, saying that, Johnson has done his job. Johnson has actually done his job. So Johnson has got a hat-trick. I'm not going to upset him by taking him off. He could probably do with the rest. Just need the right midfielder, which is going to be Gavin Rotherby. So it's a pretty, straightforward swap. Out-and-out swap. Me mama. Schwab, me mama. And we'll go with that. Let's have a look at our overall tactics, though. Overview. That's this, isn't it? That's what I'm looking for. Drop deeper, that's fine. Not going to drop much deeper. Yeah, more direct passing, it's fine. That's a good setup, I think, for our league. Yeah, let's keep the good form going. You were excellent last time. So, we've got 50 minutes or so to hold on to a 3-0 lead. I'm pretty confident we can do it. And it might be a case of that I might end up dropping someone into defensive midfield. But that's definitely not very good. So, I'm going to say, keep it going, lads. And then, Henry Rollinson, I'm going to be very disappointed that you're getting sent off. Yeah, disappointing. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And they're playing a very narrow 4-3-3. Looks like inside forwards. Yeah, very narrow. So we can still exploit the flanks. Still with one striker, it's not the end of the world. But they've got a defensive midfielder, which is probably going to be the difference. So I'll be very surprised if we score, but you never know. Strange things have happened. Rotherby can deliver a fine ball in, and Fearon collects it. I thought that was going to be a decent highlight, but apparently not, unless it's because it's going to be one of their attacks. Long kick downfield from Fearon. McGowan heads away. Holdworth now. A few shimmies in that, thinking he's skillful, I don't know why. Ball play forward. Brewitt intercepts. Rotherby brings it down, but then loses it with his bring down, because it was a paw bring down. Great tackle McGowan, but this is... Well, I thought it was going to be 3-1, but that's a great save. Then he dives on the floor. McGowan heads it away. Love has pulled a muscle he must have done from jumping and heading, and ideally we need to make a substitution there. We can't leave him on. Grant Roberts, welcome to the fold. It's probably the most fitting position for you to go. So Roberts comes on. Is it to make his debut? Might not be. I think he came on in the last game. Cook now strikes at a distance. Lynch probably didn't need to make the save, but it looked good for the cameras anyway. So it's a corner now to Barrow. Barrow swing it in. Capitani clears away. Tatum is there on his own, because they don't really need to keep two behind when they're playing against 10 men. But yes. Tatum has been brought off. There's 20 minutes to go. Guys are still 3-0 to the good. Another yellow card. 15 minutes to go. We've got 15 minutes to go. Dawson in a position to cross. He opts to pass to Cook, and now it's back to Hatton. Then crosses. The cross is missed by Turnbull, who's having a bit of a mare. O'Connor gets a blame for that for some reason. I just saw his score go down when it was clearly him that missed the ball. I think it was anyway. Yeah, he missed the ball, and apparently O'Connor gets a blame. According to the game, we did concede 3-1. It was a poor save from Lynch. If another one goes in now, it's a fantastic save from Lynch. Fantastic. Wasn't expecting anything like that. Laurie, if you could come on for Allman, just try and get him on the counter. That'd be fantastic. I'm hoping that we are going to be okay. If I need to move a few players around, I can do. I'm going to do that if we concede another one here. So Foster. Hart with a lovely ball in, and Guy scores. And we are definitely going to have to do something about our tactics. Oh, it's offside. It's okay. Never mind. Lynch with another goal kick. Out wide to McGowan it goes. He plays it long downfield, straight to Brewitt. Good tackle perhaps? No. McGowan, good interception again. Look at Laurie out wide. I'll just play it long straight to Livesey. That's good as well. Richmond. Inside it goes to Dawson. Good tackle Roberts. That's what he's come on for. Capitani now needs support. He's got no support at the minute. Now it's Rothery. Paul first touch gives it straight to Hart. And a bit of a mess it's coming on as Rothery. Cook now inside to Richmond. Back it goes to Foster. Good little triangle passing. Walker collects it and strikes it well, but it's blocked well as well. Holsworth, forward it goes. Foster, no challenge whatsoever. All the time they would pass it back to Fearon. And that should be it. 6 clear-cut chances for Barrow, but we have had 10 men, so it's to be expected. And you know what? Lynch has done very well. We've got a 7.8 rating. If it wasn't for Johnson's hat-trick and Holsworth apparently playing a pretty decent game as well, then he would be probably the man of the match for Guiseley today. Yeah, Turnbull brings it out of play. Plays a lovely ball. Well, Livesey just got there. We thought it was just going to sneak in. But there's a full-time whistle. And you know what? 3-1 against potential winners. You know, that's very well played. Well played indeed. Can't complain at all. We did only have 7 chances. We were matching them. And even then, even with 10 men, we did still have a decent amount of possession. Maybe I should have ticked retain possession, something like that. But we've had a decent game there, and we find ourselves now in 3rd position after 3 games with 2 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. One of only 5 teams. Yeah, one of only 5 teams, because Tamworth have drawn 3 and lost none. Bradford Park Avenue and Lowestoft, Lowestoft in particular last season were an early starter in terms of, you know, in the league. So, yeah, Derby beat Leeds, which is a bit gutting because they got off to a good start as well. Vicious foul, it's probably justified, so we will not appeal against it. I would like to fine him though, if I can, or not fine him, but at least give him a warning, but apparently it won't let me. Don't appeal. And Johnson played very well in that game, which is fantastic. Fantastic indeed. So, what are we going to go for next? Let's have a look at the schedule. Next game, you'll probably join us for, is probably going to be the AFC Telford game, because they are predicted to finish fairly high. In fact, let's have a look at Lowestoft. They're predicted 11th. In fact, let's just go to the league. Overview, season preview. Telford are 5th, and there's Flyde as well. Salebridge are coming pretty shortly there, but I'll probably stick for the AFC Telford game because currently, I mean, they're down here somewhere, but they are deemed one of the favourites to go up. So I'll probably come back for that particular game there. So hopefully, as always, you have enjoyed this game. One thing I forgot to do is look at the Barrow team and look at something I wanted to try and do. Try and give an insight to the key players and what have you. If we go and view players, I mean, I'd have probably just had a quick look at some of the players. So, for instance, our next game is not Lowestoft, is it? It's Hednesford. So I'd have said, look at these guys here. Chris Westwood, who looks, decent in terms of mentally. Technically not the best, and physically not the best to say as a centre back. But saying that he is 38, it's more likely not going to play. This guy again, good at heading, not so good at marking and tackling. He's pretty decent. Positioning's par-ish. But yeah, then I'll probably look at the players and have a look at who's the danger men, such as not Owen Heather even. Potentially danger them too, but probably Adam Dawson. No, he's not that good neither. He's got a face, always helps. Robbie Cotton. No, there's not really anyone that stands out for them. I might have to reload the skin though it shows those. I'll just zoom out a bit more. That's probably what I'll do for the next video. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, and this was video number 21 by the way, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. It's something else I'm going to try and do. Keep up to it. Ganderton, he was a decent player last season. Who did he play for? Gainsborough. He went down, but as you can see, he's not that amazing after all. Yeah, hopefully join us for the next one. If you have liked it, please please press that like button for us, please. It does help us out a great deal. And hopefully you'll join us for the next one. And until then, I'll see you then. Bye bye.